Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Unpopular Opinion. Of course, we're going to get into it today. We have a packed full show of Sean Puffy Combs news. We're going to circle back to the young lady we were talking about yesterday or on Monday. She escaped the Diddy party. We want to give some background about her. And the young lady name is Tania. So we'll be talking about her as well. And then there's some more allegations that I just found in the news and some other stuff that's been going on about Sean Puffy Combs. So we're going to get into it. Super producer, are you with me? Super producer. Oh my God, you and these claps.
I'm here to all my fans.
How come I don't get any claps or no love? I don't get no love.
I don't know what your people do for you. This is what my people do for me.
I'm gonna start doing my own production up in this piece.
Okay, I don't know what your people do for you. This is what my people do for me. Okay, good morning, Justin. Good morning, Q from the out of the DFW. Good morning. Listen, where is Toy Mafia? Because usually they are the first one.
Oh, we're gonna have to send that APB out on Toy Mafia.
Okay, you MIA. We finna find out.
Yeah, we gonna find out.
I'm a whole investigator. Don't play. Okay. Q said he's clapping for you. Okay, there you go.
Thank you, Q. Thank you.
Clap for you.
Representing.
Okay, you got one clap.
Samuel Matthews, Justin Thompson, my people in the building. Yes.
Samuel. Hello, Chawanne. And add Justin Thomas. There's two people on the screen. I'm gonna need you to get all that together. Good morning to you, Samuel Matthews.
Don't be hating on my people. My people coming through from my other channel. Don't be hating on my mans.
Absolutely
my mans.
Let me tell you
my mans in them.
I have on the therapist glasses today.
Oh, because we gonna need some therapy this morning.
Listen. So I'm gonna say something that's off topic that she didn't talk about that I'm gonna start reporting on because it's getting interesting.
Okay.
There was a total blow up and explosion at the Flint meeting on Monday. Okay. Quincy Murphy's family showed up. No, Quincy you didn't watch? Quincy Murphy's family showed up at the behest of Lydell Lewis. It was told that she went to the repast and told the family to show up at the meeting. And things went left. And when things went left, the president of the council did not bring decorum back to the meeting. And I mean, there were all kinds of people yelling, talking, threatening in this room.
Okay.
But they only came at the behest of the so-called, allegedly, let's say allegedly, but we did hear from the family on the bump. If you don't watch the bump, go over and subscribe to the bump. 810 News Media Group on YouTube. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to their Facebook page. The video is on there. Go over there and look at that council meeting. Allegedly, the president of the council told the family to show up at the meeting on Monday. Mm-hmm. And baby, it was chaos.
But to do what, though? What was their grievances?
They were targeting specific council members, calling them out, saying that they used to bother Quincy and different things. I mean,
but did that cause his demise? I mean,
no. did not
Okay.
cause his demise. But it was total chaos at the meeting, and allegedly, the news reported that someone had a gun. I'm not sure that that was true. Um, but people of Flint, what are we doing? We need to be calling for a resignation of Mayor Neely, the president of this council board who allowed all that to go on, Lydell Lewis, Judy Priestley, Leon Lamine. I mean, what are we doing? What are we waiting for?
Mm,
Because this needs to get done. Okay? That's what I
mm-mm.
wanted to say, because you're in Michigan and you're in Detroit.
Did
What, an
they?
hour or so from Flint?
Yeah, I'm about an hour away from Flint.
Yeah. So,
Were
child, go over
police
there and look at
called?
that.
Were the
Yeah.
police
I
called?
mean, the
Okay.
sheriffs were there, and
Mm.
the Michigan, there was two law enforcement agencies
So it's the state patrol,
called
probably.
and came
Mm-hmm.
to the
Mm-hmm.
building. But, child, this a whole mess. And
This
things
is why
really
I
need to
don't
get sorted
like.
out.
I don't, and I'm. I would like to see Mayor Neely should have been. I don't know why they keep on voting him in. I think this is his. Maybe they will vote him out eventually, but he's done a worse job than that other mayor. The other mayor was actually getting things done. But since he been in
Karen Weaver
office,
was the mayor before him.
yeah, she was actually getting things done. But since he's been in, is everything was on a standstill as far as getting those the new infrastructure, the piping system replaced and stuff.
And
I don't think they ever replaced any of
now
those
they have
pipes.
spent $94 million of ARPA money, not even on getting the water fixed.
And you know the
10 years this is going on.
opera funds, that's basically what caused the inflation. And
Yeah,
you
but
know,
if you gonna inflate something, then make sure you fix what needs to
well,
be fixed.
I think the government, and this is the federal government, they need to do a what is it, a financial
Audit.
audit on each state slash city that receive these
ARPA.
opera funds. And you know, I think Flint was one of the largest packages that was released.
Flint has continued to be one of the largest receivers
Receivers.
of ARPA funds.
Yeah.
But to take $94 million 10 years later
And
and still not
nothing.
fix the water is insane. And it should be unacceptable.
And you know, I don't think none of those people ever received payment either. You know that class action lawsuit? They keep on disqualifying people, saying, "Oh, your illness doesn't qualify for this type of lawsuit."
Child, that's a whole mess that we need to unpack one day. Okay. Javar, there was a whole metal detector lawsuit that nearly lost. And there has never really been a need for that. I think when we start putting things in place that they're not a need for, they start to make people think that they need something, right? So if you come to a meeting, it's just supposed to be a meeting, right?
Well, this is a government facility, so it shouldn't allow. I thought it was against the law in general for you to have a weapon
This
on the
is actually not
facilities.
I mean, it's a government. I think that's more so like a federal thing, right?
Okay.
Versus a state. I think they control, the state, you'll make a law for each, for what they're gonna do.
Building or whatever.
Yeah, what
Okay.
they're gonna do. But I know for federal, period, a federal building, yeah. But
So somebody
I
had
don't
a
know about a
weapon.
state
Somebody
building.
brought a weapon in. Is that what
That's
you're saying?
alleged.
Okay.
Nobody saw a weapon. That's alleged. I feel like
Liddell
that's a
looks
part.
like she packs.
Girl, I
Liddell.
feel like that's part of the hysteria that they started,
Okay.
because um if you want to cause to be able to pass a certain law against the residents, you have to have something to happen. You see what I'm saying? So now that this happened, there's going to be a slew of resolutions about what the residents can do and cannot do. You see what I'm saying?
No,
In the
it
building
should be
that
a
they pay for.
slew. They should I don't know how Liddell, because Liddell, she actually escaped her recall, right? I
Yeah,
think they tried to recall,
allegedly.
and then she escaped
Allegedly.
hers,
Allegedly.
But they need to like before our boy was passed away, not Quincy Murphy, what's my guy's name? He
Yeah, because
used to give them
there's been
he
two
used to
people
get
that die on this
yeah, he used to give him
wheelchair board.
hell.
Yeah.
But he was on leave. They put him on leave. That's what needs to happen to Liddell.
Child, they don't need to put her on leave. She needs to sign her resignation. The family has called in and allegedly
They're
said
not gonna these are
and
people they're
allegedly
not gonna
said
resign.
that the family needs to speak up then, because the family has called in to the bump and said that they were told at the repast what to do. And guess who was at
But
the
with
repast?
these are people
The Gross
that's
sisters
not
was at the
going to
repast.
resign. The who was at the repass?
The Gross sisters.
Who's the Gross sisters?
Do you know the Gross sisters from the Proud family? They're blue because they're always dirty and they always doing something illegal, something bad. You don't watch
Okay.
okay.
No, I don't.
People that are watching that know me, they'll know the reference. The Gross sisters
Okay.
told them to do it. That would be Liddell, Mushmouth, Mushat, and Judy Priestley.
Okay. Q is saying, so if they're disqualifying folks, then what's being done with the money? So what happens when it's a class action lawsuit? 30% goes to the lawyers. After the fees or whatever.
But as a rule, what they're doing with the money is voting to give themselves money, like their charities. They're doing things like Liddell wants to put a parking lot for $25,000 at Sarvis Park. That's about half the size of a basketball court.
Well, there's a difference between the opera fund, but they awarded the citizens of Flint. This was a class action lawsuit separate from the opera funds. It was like $700 million. And the lawyers that is handling the case, I don't know if they awarded the city and it's supposed to be divvied out to the city, but whoever is who's ever over that conservatorship, they're just going through processing applications and telling these people, saying, oh, your illness doesn't qualify. And some of these people that applied already passed away. So you have, let's say, 700 people that has some type of illness, Legionnaire disease or whatever, from the Flint water crisis. And they passed away. Now your family is trying to put in for whatever, and they're saying, oh, this type of illness wasn't under the clause of the Flint water crisis. So they're going in and disqualifying people, and ultimately that money is just going to be sitting there, or somebody's going to spend it. It's
some of the lawyers we're talking about two different funds, though.
Yeah, it's two different
million.
things.
I'm talking about ARPA funds. As far as the ARPA funds are concerned, they are giving them to themselves for their charities, low key, allegedly, but been proven. They're just wasting all types of money on building frivolous things like wanting money for a parking lot. What the residents gonna do with a parking lot?
Well, one thing Quincy Murphy did not do, and he tried to say, oh, I'm a lobbyist. Well, number one, it's illegal for you to be a lobbyist because you are a government official. You're not supposed to be lobbying anything. Those people that built, it's a big old contractor that they agreed to build this complex, this $9 million complex.
Was that Ashley Capital?
Ashley Capital, right? Okay, you agreed to that, but you didn't agree for the Flint residents to get any jobs. You didn't agree to, okay, if they're building, no, you only could hire 35% outside workers versus we want 65% of the contracted labor to be from Flint, Michigan. You not agreeing to, hey, okay, Flint, Michigan people are starving for jobs, or okay, we're saying, oh, they don't have the technical skills for these jobs. Then you need to develop training programs, on the job training programs you're trying to build in our city. You need to have on the job training programs for our people.
But
And they
let's
did
face
not
it,
do that. They was
a lot
out for self.
a lot of the residents also need their roofs in their homes repaired.
That's
I
what the opera
mean,
fund is for.
yeah, but they're not getting the money for it.
That's what
That's what we're talking about. We're
what's
talking
the
about the
other
money is not
lady?
going there.
I had her on my show, the other, you know who I'm talking about. Um
JWC?
no, she's a councilwoman.
Yeah,
Um
JWC is a councilwoman, Tanya Burns.
Miss Tanya Burns, she was on my show, and she said there's approximately, her and some, one of my other sources told me they have 700 applications for their roof to be to
Well,
apply.
where are they gonna get the money? Because the money is gone.
Well, and then look, these applications just been sitting there. And then the people that was supposed to process the application, they're saying, "Oh, we're struggling. We're struggling with to get, qualified contractors to do the roof." I put it on my channel. I said, "There's guys out here that has roofing contracts. They would drive 40 minutes
Yeah, it's not even
to
that
put
far. Like, they
roof."
play all day because what you got,
You're
Lansing too.
lying. They're
You go to
lying.
Lansing too.
Ann Arbor is close to Flint. You're
Like, this
you're
is outrageous.
there's so many roofing contractors out there. They are lying.
One
They're
thing
lying.
Yeah, they're a little bit worse than the Dalton medians, but yeah,
I
they
think
trying.
they're
Um,
way worse. And I
women
told that was one of my videos I did about Flint. Um and matter of fact, I did a collaboration with Flint at Dark or whatever podcast.
Flint Podcast After Dark. Tam
Flint podcast after
Jon
dark.
Snow, I think his name is.
Mm-hmm. Jon Snow.
Mhm.
And so we were comparing, saying which one is worse, Tiffany Henyard or Mayor Neely.
Now for me
Neely got them beat hands down.
it's Mayor Neely because he is not doing the things out in the open.
Yeah, he's
You
smart
see what
about
I'm
it.
saying? Like,
He's
I
smart
wouldn't
about
say
it.
that he's smart about it because
I think
text
he is.
messages don't lie. Y'all keep texting on that dais if you want to. Flint people, forward them text messages during the meetings because they acting in their legal governmental capacity. Forward
But
them text messages.
I forward forget they got a sophisticated FOIA system too.
They
But
do,
I
and
I
it's very
made
expensive too.
exactly. They
Very
want to
expensive, which is
freaking
outrageous to me.
they want to charge you for free information, and then they said, "Oh, your parameters are too wide. Can you please narrow the parameters?" They put so many red tape for you to get information. It's like, okay,
That's a red flag right there. Good morning, Big R. What's up? Yeah, okay.
uh,
So I just wanted to, touch on that a little bit.
yeah, we
Flint.
spent about 20 minutes talking.
That's okay. No, that was you preaching. Flint. Wake up.
Exactly.
Wake up,
Yeah.
Flint. Okay? Wake up. Wake up.
Justin Thompson, Moose Liddell, and she had the
Dead.
nerve to get in my inbox after I dropped a video about her ass. Yes, she did, and I came out on my Facebook page, showed the text message what she said, talking about, oh, if you not gonna be this, you need to keep my name out your mouth, some kind of crazy stuff. And I said,
Girl,
oh,
you
I
done
got
made
you.
it. You done made it. You got the moose inboxing you, girl.
Girl, she inboxed me. I said, well, you know what, Liddell, you more than likely to come to my show and explain yourself.
And she not. Respucia is not coming on here.
No,
to
it's
say
silence. Silence.
Plus,
Okay.
Neely have to give her permission first. Little stank. Okay? She have to get permission from Neely first.
She real hood.
Alleged.
and she trying to act like she professional.
Okay, we talking, we giving the update on your girl first, right?
Yeah,
That we
yes.
decided. Okay. So
Okay.
you need to go watch Monday's episode. If you haven't watched Monday's episode, catch up with us. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be right here. But we played something from Soft Underbelly. It was a interview with a young lady named Tania. And I told you all that we were going to come back with the first episode that she ever did on Soft Underbelly.
We got to
This is
follow up
it.
on the
And it was
follow
a
up.
year ago. It was a year ago. And this was her first interview. And we're gonna play it. And you'll see why I said some of the things that I said. Because I said what I said when I said it. This lady over here. Did I point the right way? I think I
No,
pointed
you
the
did.
way.
You pointed the right.
This
I'm
lady
up
over here.
now. I'm above you.
What? Oh, this lady up here. Child. Okay, so this is her first appearance on Soft White Underbelly. If you don't, you
bold. See, super producer, you bold if you're not subscribed. You using a channel, you're not even subscribed to their channel.
Definitely not. I told y'all I go look for stuff, but I'm very selective about who I
subscribe to the man's channel. He's giving us insightful information about the underbelly.
Under the fair use protection, I don't have to subscribe to you, but I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't, and then after this.
All right, Tania, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
I'm from LA, West Adams District, and just all over the West Side, but that's where I first grew up, West Adams District.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about your family.
My family, I grew up it was my mom and my stepdad. My dad was in jail like all my life, in and out of jail. So because my mom had me young at the age of 15, and my dad was always in jail, she was like a single mom until she met my stepdad. And I guess we were a happy family, but me personally, I felt like it wasn't really no love from my mom, because I don't know if she didn't like me because of my dad. And this is real shit. Like, I know we hear it a lot, but she just looked at me like, you better not turn out to be like your dad. And she was very strict. So, growing up in a strict household, you rebel. And that's what happened.
You went to the streets?
Straight to the streets.
What age?
At the age of 15, I kind of knew like, okay, I'm not going to be here. But I didn't want to do it in a disrespectful way, because I was always respectful. I was just looking for like a way out. So I met a friend, and she was my best friend at the time. And she knew what I was going through with my mom and my stepdad. And I just felt like, my mom was settling for less with my stepdad. So I'm like, you're always worried about him, da-da-da-da. I don't need to be here. And I got into it with my stepdad, and then my best friend was like, you should just leave. And I'm like, I know, huh? So I ran away. And when I ran away, my whole life just changed. But I lost my virginity first, and then I ran away. So they think I ran away because they were saying like, I'm gonna get a little vulgar. Oh, you got some dick? You feel like you can leave now? Like you feel like you grown now? And I'm like, no, y'all don't want me here anyway, that drag. So I left, and I just started like making money, doing whatever I had to do because I had to survive.
Which meant what?
Okay. Let me give you several updates. First of all, Tania has 6 kids. And that's not a bad thing. She has 6 kids. She was on South Central Baddies season 2. You heard it herself from her. She said that she had to do what she had to do. She ran away from home. She's been out on the streets. So that's why I said the prince asked you to go to the party because he knew what you do and what, you know, your activities were. Okay, go, Shawan.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I don't
So
dispute
that's why I
that.
said low key she was mad because she thought the prince was going to be her way out of what she's been doing, which, for me, I don't feel like these people want to continue to do this all of their lives. They do understand that at some point they need to find something that can make them money that they don't have to be out here putting themselves at risk.
I viewed this video and I didn't get. I think she had other ways because he did ask her, "Did you have?" She because I guess her clientele was like high end clientele, so and she was approached by several people that she dealt with. To get out the streets. I think she really wanted to be a singer. Um, so I'm not discounting her encounter with the prince was on some trick type of transaction. And I don't think she was mad. I think she's just telling a story, really. I think she's a transactional person, so she's thinking about money.
So if she's a transactional person
Hmm.
and she didn't get out of the transaction what she wanted, she was mad, not angry mad, but really I feel like it was like a regret mad at herself. You know what I mean? Well,
Hmm.
you can't be too upset,
Hmm.
with the other person because you allowed them to do it
Hmm.
and you knew what you was doing. That is the kind of mad I'm talking about, like the quiet mad where your actions were the actions that got you here,
Hmm.
and so you can't be too, you know, upset, but you kind of upset, you're upset that
Okay.
you let it happen.
Okay.
For me, that's where that I
Come
feel
from.
like that's what happened,
Okay.
in that situation, which prompted her maybe to um speak about it. And she knew that she had this connection with Mark, and she could reach out to him and he would
Hmm.
reach back, and therefore she could get, you know, out in front.
Hmm.
So um I'm surprised you're quiet on that. So let me
No, I still, I would like to, if I'm thinking, if I'm putting myself in this lady's shoes, like I said, I think she's very transactional person. Um, and she says in this particular video that is she knows how to scheme on people. She's like a finesser. That's what she calls herself. She knows how to finesse people. So she knows how to turn a trick. So you could end up spending all your money on her, and she don't even have to really do nothing. So
and then
she's a slick talker. Um, and not even have to use her vagina to get men to do what they do.
first of all, I also want to say that attention is a
Mm-hmm.
drug
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for some people. And I feel like when she yeah, a grifter. I feel like when she
Yeah, a
laid out
grifter.
I feel like when she laid out her family history,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when people have trauma in their home sometimes that they don't deal with,
Mm-hmm.
you know, through counseling or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
this this is the result of that.
Yeah,
So
this is the extreme result.
I wouldn't say this is extreme. This is, when
You
they
think
are
it's normal?
no, I
Okay.
don't feel like it's extreme though. I feel like when there are sexual things that occur in people's childhood that they don't deal with, it spills over to their
Their adult
adulthood.
life.
And so this is what has happened. And I want you to take note of, she says that she ran away. I'm going to play this next. And you didn't see this. You didn't see this one, did you? The one I was telling you. Okay, I'm going to play this next clip. This next clip, I'm going to set it up. This next clip is about her daughter, one of her children. She has 6 children, and I believe that she is pregnant again currently.
In that video we saw, she looked pregnant.
Yeah. So
I was thinking like, man, she just let herself go.
Nah, I didn't think that at all, because they got to keep up a certain look. They know that. But
why do you get pregnant so many times? Who taking care of her kids while she out hoeing?
She says, I'm gonna tell. Okay, let me play this video, because let me tell you, you're gonna see what she says about the kids.
They take care of themselves.
Child, we gonna see. This is hilarious to me, though.
It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday
This is every day with PJ. Every day with PJ. That's her 2-year-old daughter.
She was one of the
I know you embarrassed. We're gonna talk to her. No. She got to talk to her real quick. Hold on, sir. Hold on.
You want to talk or no? You have to let me know.
Rania, look at me. Can I talk to her, please?
You can talk to her the way you're talking right now.
Hold on.
Hold her.
Rania, look at me. Do you see your face, baby? Do you see your face? Can you please?
First of all, you see PJ's face. Okay, this is Every Day with PJ. If you want to subscribe to him, go ahead and do that. But you see his face? That was my face when I was watching this, because I was like,
I'm kind of disgusted.
13.
I'm disgusted. I'm not even that she's 13. Why is this her mom filming her?
This is the underbelly people with her mom. You see what she said? She said, why you got them filming me? This is the underbelly people with her mom. Hold on, we're going to continue. And it looked like she had been fighting. It looked like she had black eye or something.
Yeah, she looked like she got in the fight.
Girl, it gets
look at me. Please. Okay, listen. I need you to look at us.
You're recording me, bro.
No.
What are you recording me for?
Stop.
Like,
Tania, go over there, please. Go over there, please. Tania.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wizard Deals, man. He keeps it lit. Check out his YouTube channel. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this video. And let me know what you think about it in the comment section, man. Hit the links down below. We got opulent scents, okay? Hit that up, man. Everyday people, man. I'm gonna tell you how we got here. Well, this is this girl named Nova. Nova had been arrested. She
Nova
was
is
once the third.
Now I'm gonna skip past this to what?
I talked to her. She was looking toe up. I got her hair done. I got her outfit. We talked. We went to go get something to eat.
You know what nobody talks about when it comes to building a content creator business? That if you're not using a tool like Honeybook to stay out,
eat some food. So I talked to her and her friend. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do for your birthday? She let me know what I want to do, what she wants to do. Right after that, I'm like, okay, like, are you going to come home? Let's go to the doctor. Let's go get checked. She went with me. We went to the doctor. The next day, I get a phone call. Now, mind you, I am a mother. So, I have to handle business.
No mom.
So if I tell my child,
you're not
stay in the house, I don't expect for you to run away. I can't take you everywhere I go with me. I did that once before. It was annoying. She just wanted to stay in the car.
Now, do you see this generational curse? She said her daughter ran away. What did she say previously?
She ran away.
She ran away.
But you know what? She didn't say she came at a bad home. It's not like her stepfather was sexually abusing
that's
her.
What she said. But
she caused her own problems.
The story was confusing to me because she said her mom said, "Don't turn out like your dad." So I'm like, okay, was the mom ever with the dad when she was with her? Then
No,
she
her
said,
dad. Well, I'm not for sure about that. Yeah,
right, and then she says all her mama care about is the stepdad.
maybe so. Because
Okay,
your
so I'm
ass is
thinking,
bad.
because you know when you're a child, you see things from a child's eyes and not an adult's eyes. So you know anything that's not serving you as a child
You
makes you
like,
feel
oh
like
my god, it's
yeah,
like the end of
makes
the
you feel
world.
like yeah, makes you feel
Mm-mm.
like your parents don't care about you. You
It's
know, whatever.
hormonal imbalance.
And it could have been
That's the problem.
yeah, and it could have been
She was
because
going through puberty.
true, but also she needed to have gotten counseling along with her mom for her childhood traumas. Why is the mother saying that about the father? You should never talk ill, even if you are having a disagreement with the father. The child don't have nothing to do with that. Don't you ever forget that you chose that man. You chose to lay down with that man. Stop putting these kids in the middle of some adult situations.
She needs to give us more detail of how her mama was. Was she in her mama in the streets and she decided,
Yeah, I
hey, I
did. You
need to
know,
settle
the family.
down or something?
Yeah, the family portion is a mystery, but at
Because
the same time, I said
yeah.
what I said. You women out there that are not with the fathers and talking ill of the fathers in front of the children, stop it.
Yeah, that's some
Stop
sickness.
putting
That's
the
sick.
children in the middle of adult situations. Because don't you ever forget that you laid down with that man. You chose to lay down with that man.
And that ain't that baby's fault. Shit.
Child, thank you. And so I think this further added to whatever feelings and trauma she was having. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't have your father in the home and you don't really know what's going on, you only know what that one parent is telling you.
You sound like a Republican.
Child, let me finish playing my
Silence.
video. Absolutely and
Silence.
positively.
I don't have time for
A
that.
Republican would say that.
Okay, she's at home and I get a phone call because I have a sitter there watching her and her sisters. And of course, she can watch her sisters too, but you're supposed to be in the house. I get a phone call. She busted up all the TVs. She busted up the TVs. She left. And then I text her like, did you leave? Did you mess up the TVs? Oh, yeah, Mom, I was mad. I'm sorry. I'll get some more money to get them fixed. Wait a minute. Just because you could go out on Fig or call a trick or whatever, you think that you could just bust somebody up? That's what I don't like.
Child, I have to stop this.
What?
Because you're not upset that she said she was going to go get some money to replace them. You, okay, go ahead. Listen, I said what I said
What
on Monday.
in the?
Go over there and see what I said on Monday.
Oh my God, this is disgusting. She need to be in jail.
Oh.
Actually, she needs to go to jail.
Girl, DC
She is warped.
should have been taking those children and every child that she had.
She said it none so nonchalant. Just because you could go out and turn the trick, that don't mean you bust up my TVs. What? Let's talk about.
But you wasn't doing nothing at the Diddy party.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you was. You definitely was. You just got to a portion that you wasn't comfortable with. And
I
that's
got
what
instant
prompted.
migraine.
Not you got a migraine.
Massage my temples.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and play what I said I was gonna play for the people because I told you I knew we was gonna have a point where we was gonna need to take a break. Here it is.
He fucking up my walls. I'm living my life and I'm home. Living my life and I'm home. Yeah. Living my life and I'm home. Living my life and I'm home. That's not the That's not my lyrics stuff. You don't like it, you can go somewhere else to perform. When you perform in front of these places, people have their own lyrics. They have different life experiences, so you can't do that. Living my life and I'm how you doing, baby? Yeah, that sounds great. Life like I'm hoeing, living my life like I'm hoeing, yeah. He fucking up.
Okay, you tell them Norman.
Why Norman like?
You better
He
tell
said
them Norman.
that. All hard and shit. Like what the hell?
Okay, people got different life experiences. You see how nonchalantly she said it? Mm-hmm. Q said, "What's going on here?" Okay,
Yeah.
he told you what was going on. Okay, he living his life like he hoeing. Okay. Just so you
What?
can sit there in that seat so nonchalantly and say, wait a minute. Just because you think that you could go out and turn a trick and get the money, what? Absolutely not.
But I do want to give you
way.
pushback on the Diddy stuff. Just because she's a whore or a hoe, whatever, that doesn't mean she's down for the freaky deaky stuff.
I just said
Being ran through and all that stuff and uninvited touching. That still doesn't allow that for a person to do that.
And I said you absolutely participated until they got to a portion that you was not comfortable with.
Participated in what though?
In whatever.
No, but see, we didn't watch the whole. I end up watching the whole video. She said no.
I don't believe that.
Left.
I don't believe
I
that.
do, but see,
if you can sit there so nonchalantly and talk about your 14-year-old daughter turning tricks and be comfortable and not say nothing, even when she was at the police station and had been arrested, how calmly she was acting was absurd. Because, baby, I would have been outside my mind. They would have been arresting me for attacking her. That's crazy. No, absolutely not. I believe you did participate. You participated and that's your business. If you want to participate in Diddy parties, that is your business.
Just because don't come out she's a hoe, that doesn't mean
something to the contrary. Tell the whole story.
Listen, just because she's a hoe, and this is why people don't believe these type of people. And this is why crime end up happening to these type of people, because of people like us. We cast on judgment because of that type of lifestyle.
I'm not passing any judgment. I said what I said. I said you participated, which is your business, until it got to a portion you didn't want to. If you attended these parties, okay, first of all, take me out the group chat. Now that I have been put in the group chat, now you want to have a problem with my opinion? No, we're not doing that. I said, if you want to participate in these parties, definitely your choice. It's okay with me because I'm not doing it. But when you got to the portion where you didn't want to participate, that's not judgment. That's what it is. She didn't want to participate, which I understand. That's her right.
Okay.
It's her right. Okay, go ahead.
No, what I'm just saying that you're saying that you don't believe that she participated in the you think she did something at the Diddy party. I don't think so.
Absolutely.
Because she said she wasn't inebriated. She said only reason why she was able to get out of the situation because she did not drink.
Ma'am,
everybody else was inebriated.
She didn't need to be inebriated. For what? She's a willing participant.
She wasn't willing.
The prince told us that. You don't need to take drinks when that's your occupation. You don't.
Oh no! See, let's back up. You're saying that I'm a hoe. Okay, I'm a hoe, and the prince said I'm going to sex traffic you. You're saying all hoes should get sex trafficked. Is that what you're saying?
First of all, she wasn't sex trafficked.
He was trying to sex traffic her.
Now you putting words in my mouth. I said you willingly got in the car to go to this party. Please explain.
Not to get sex trafficked.
He didn't get sex trafficked.
He was trying to.
Who?
Who
said that? Did she say that?
Yeah, she said that. That's why if you watch the end of the video, she specifically said he was trying to sex traffic us.
Even if she said that don't have anything to do with
because she's a hoe.
I didn't say
no. You're passing judgment because of her occupation.
First of all, I didn't pass any judgment. That's
yes,
you
are. You're discrediting her statement.
I'm not discrediting her because of that.
She's a hoe.
Listen, I'm not discrediting. I'm gonna say this again. I feel like Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. Are you understanding the words that's coming out of my mouth? Okay, because I said no. I'm not discounting that. Because she has participated in those.
Hoes gotta eat too.
I'm not saying
they gotta survive too. Hoes don't need to get sex trafficked.
that they got to a portion that she wasn't comfortable with, and that was her business. And no,
Yeah, being sex
should not be
trafficked.
sex
Hey, you
trafficked
want
because
you
of
want to
that.
go to a party? Yeah, sure, I want to go to a party. Do you want to get sex trafficked? No. I didn't agree to this. I didn't
Okay,
agree
well
to
that's
this.
and that's her business. I
And
didn't. I
if
was not
I'm just saying, if I have a whole occupation, this is what I'm thinking. If I'm a hoe and I don't get no pimp, and matter of fact, if we would have watched the end of that one video, she says she's never had a pimp. Pimps try to approach her, but she's never had a pimp because she don't like people in telling her what she gonna do for some money, and you gonna only get a certain percentage. So she's not, like I said, she's not that type of person for you to take control. So I could totally see her that, hey, you're not going to control where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do, i.e. sex traffic. And once she found
Y'all
out,
give
if we
these
would have watched
comments.
if we
Y'all
would
go
have,
off in these comments and please, because she
but if
not
we would have
understanding the words
watched the
that's coming
end
out
of
of
the
my
video
mouth.
until the end of the video, she said she overheard them talking, and the prince said something about, oh yeah, you could have whoever you want. You know, you could have whoever you want. He's telling that to Diddy. And so a light bulb went off, and that's when she left the party and had to escape the prince.
Okay, well, thank God she left the party. I did not in no way. Y'all go off in these comments because she not understanding the words that's coming out of my mouth.
You
So
saying
maybe
she
she'll understand the
participated until
words
she
that y'all
didn't want to
type. Okay,
participate.
and I'm gonna put it on the screen.
You're trying to
Okay,
act like she participated in the Diddy party, and she did not.
how do you know that? When you are a person who is sexually promiscuous, okay,
I
and
have to
this has
go off what
nothing.
she said. If
This has
I'm
nothing to do.
listen, if I'm admitting about turning tricks on whatever, why wouldn't she admit that?
Because you're
You
gonna look
turn
some type
tricks
of
for a
way.
living. Why wouldn't you admit, oh, I didn't
Because
turn
she's gonna
tricks?
look some type of way.
That's not gonna bring her value up any
Because she's
higher.
gonna look some type of way if she
She already
says,
looks some
"Well,
type of way.
I
She don't take care of her kids. Come
how?"
on, okay, you
That wasn't
guys,
in the
you're
video.
saying, oh,
That
Chawanne, you're
wasn't in the
wrong.
video.
Hey, why can't you admit that you turned the trick at Diddy's house? You're on TV admitting that my 13-year-old daughter turned tricks for a living.
She wasn't on
So
TV.
why
There
wouldn't
was
you admit that? This is what
y'all.
I'm saying.
Y'all notice that
Why wouldn't you
Chawanne is
admit that?
unhinged when she don't be right. She is
No, I'm
unhinged,
just
y'all.
saying. Logically
Go.
thinking,
Yeah.
you're gonna admit that small of a lie about not turning tricks at Diddy party. You're gonna lie about
Okay,
that
girl.
little
Okay.
instance.
Okay, this right here. Mhm.
She believes 45 girl LOL. What's that mean?
Okay.
What's that mean?
You believe Trump, so what
And
do
you
we?
believe Kamala Black.
I cannot.
You believe Kamala Black, and she's Indonesian
I can,
Irish.
y'all get in the comments and go
Oh,
off.
now,
I'm telling you.
Shanita, you coming for me? You want
This
some?
girl is
Shanita, you
unhinged
want some?
when
Shanita,
she's
you want
not
some of
right.
this smoke too?
I said what I said. This young lady is okay within it. It's not a judgment from me. I don't feel one way or the other about her. Now, I feel one way or the other about her in juxtaposition to these children.
I hate her for
But
and for
as far
these
as what she
kids.
do as her own personal choice, I don't care nothing about that. 'cause
I
that's her.
just think it's just what
But as far as these children,
does she have to gain for not admitting she turned tricks or she
she
did
didn't.
something
She didn't.
sexual
First of
at the
all,
Diddy
she
party?
didn't admit that she did something with the prince, which we know she did. She didn't
But
admit
she
that
didn't
either.
deny that. She didn't
But
deny
she
that.
didn't admit it either.
But we know that she didn't deny that.
But she
She's
didn't
a
admit
paid
it
hoe.
either. But she didn't
She's a
admit it either.
paid hoe.
She
But
didn't admit it either.
listen what you're saying. She didn't admit it or didn't deny, right?
Neither
But
way.
she's either way.
And neither way do
But
I
on
care
the
about. I'm
Diddy,
not passing
on the
judgment on her.
Diddy, on the Diddy, she's saying she didn't.
And And I said
this is
she
this is
didn't
why
with Diddy.
this is why we have a problem.
She may not have said that she may have said that she
I think
didn't
you're
with
just
Diddy.
being
That doesn't
disingenuous. I
mean
think you're
that she
passing
didn't
judgment for
participate.
real. I
Okay,
think
well,
you're just passing
you can have
judgment.
this is unpopular opinion. You can
You're
have your opinion.
you're passing judgment on the hoes.
But I said what I said. I said I don't care nothing about her
Hoes can be
personal
honest.
choices.
She's an honest hoe.
I don't care nothing about her personal choices, but these children, I care a lot about that. That's crazy that you're passing on that generational curse to your children. And now your child could potentially end up at some sort of party that these things would take place. I said what I said. I'm not passing judgment on her.
I think you passed
Do I think she
judgment.
participated?
You're
Yes, I
saying
did.
she's a liar. That's basically
on
what you're saying.
What?
Because she admitted on the video that she didn't do
Can
anything.
y'all
So
tell
you
me?
don't believe her because
Y'all tell me in these
she's
comments
a
if I
hoe.
said that the lady was a liar. I said I
You
didn't
just said
believe her.
she's a liar. You said I
didn't.
don't believe she didn't participate. And
Because I
she's
don't believe that don't mean that she's a liar. It
come
just means
on.
I don't believe it.
You're saying she's a liar because she's
No,
a hoe.
you're saying she's a liar. I said I don't believe
No,
her.
you're saying you don't believe her. That's just saying you're a liar.
No, it's saying that I don't
What did
believe
you
that.
say then? I don't
Shawanne,
believe you. Oh,
if you tell me something
look,
that
super
I
producer.
don't
I
believe,
don't believe
does that
you.
make you a liar?
What's the first
I asked you a
thing that a
question.
black person would say?
Listen,
Oh, I don't believe you. What you
don't
saying?
move.
You calling me a liar?
I don't move in that vein. I hate that you are making these accusations against all black people because I don't move in that vein.
Oh,
If you
come
tell
on.
me
Now
something,
you
if you
who
tell
are
me
you,
something that
Michelle
I don't,
Obama now?
you're
You're
not
taking a
really gonna
high
hurt my
road.
black people. You really need to get some therapy for that. There's therapists that you can go to for that. That
Are you
self-hate
Michelle
stuff is real.
Obama? You
Y'all see
taking a
this?
high road.
This self-hate stuff is for real. Okay, Jennifer Ramos, honest hoe, I ain't met one yet, but maybe we have. I don't know.
Man,
It's
what?
we on the outside can only speculate what hasn't been said. What we've seen and heard,
It's
is
egregious. I
egregious.
agree with you, Q. But
Okay?
look, if you watch the full video, she specifically said
These your
nothing
people
happened.
talking. These your people talking, not mine. Justice
Nothing
said,
happened.
I would think she would want to do anything at Diddy's parties. This may be another grift from her. Jennifer Roberts said, "A honest hoe."
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
because
look,
she laughing about what I said. She's an
yeah,
honest
because
hoe.
it didn't make no sense. Okay, and I just asked her if I told her it was something I didn't believe that she said, do that make her a liar?
Yeah, it does. It
No,
does make her a liar.
no, it doesn't. It just means that I don't believe you. Now, if I treated everybody that I move in circles with like that, I wouldn't have no friends. Cause it be some things that people that I really trust be telling me that I don't believe. I just don't believe them. It don't mean they're not true. I just don't believe them. I just don't feel like that's something they being totally honest about.
You know
Don't
what?
make them a liar.
I feel you on that one, but I still say, oh, that person be lying.
That's
If they tell me something, I just say, you
Yep.
know, I'm a more pragmatic person. I say
that's
what's
the
on my
Republican
mind.
response.
You're a liar.
That's the Republican response.
This person is lying.
Okay, girl.
I don't fluff.
Watch all her videos. Chawanne Super has an opinion. She is not. Thank you. Thank you.
She is
Thank you,
demeaning
Lil
this
Stank.
woman.
Thank you, Lil Stank. I love y'all over there.
She is demeaning this woman.
No, I'm not. I told you. I have really no thoughts about her personal opinions. I feel like, she's a product of her environment. In all seriousness, she's a product of her upbringing. She's a product of her environment, of what she's seen, of the things she's done, with no type of adult intervention. She said she ran away at 15. I mean, she's still developing and growing her mind at that age.
She sounds like
You know,
she's
she
still
still needs-
developing
Yeah, because she's stuck right
in
where
that
the trauma
little
was.
child.
Yeah, so
know?
she needs to get some help. But child, I'm not passing judgment. The only thing I told you that I had a problem with really was these children. How she could so nonchalantly see her daughter in handcuffs and knowing why the police had brought her there and told her that her daughter had been brought there, and be so calm
And talking about turn
about it. Right.
around, look at me. Like,
The
what?
daughter is
What?
visibly upset. She's
And
crying.
she
She's
got
saying, "You
beat
got these
up. You could
people
tell
filming
she
me,
got
bro."
somebody put the combos on her face.
Right. And then she states she busted up the TVs, and she told her she gonna get the money. And just because you can go out there and turn a trick, uh, uh, absolutely not.
Only thing I'm passing judgment on is the way she is birthing children. Number one, and you're not raising them in such a way to be productive members of society
Hmm.
and traumatized.
For
Basically,
me, you don't know how to be a productive member of society yourself. With the
yeah,
decisions
that's why
that you're
she shouldn't
making,
have ever had kids. She
with
should.
the decisions that you're making as an
It's
adult,
horrible. They're horrible decisions.
tells me everything I need to know. I'm not passing judgment on you. I'm just saying your movements and your actions.
And why was the
Listen, Shanita said, "Let me share this discussion. You two ladies are perfect to watch." Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shanita. But yes, that whole thing, and she's probably going to do many more videos
interviews? Yeah.
that's going to reveal probably even more things about not just Diddy parties, but maybe other parties. Once, I feel like once more people, maybe get charged, I feel like we're going to see her resurface again with
Well,
another
she
video.
said she's been around a lot of celebrities, football players, basketball players, or whatever.
Okay,
in one of
girl.
those videos that I watched.
So like I said, and she was on South Central Baddies season 2. If you're a person who watched that stuff, I'm not. Because whatever you
I don't know
feed your
who she
spirit is what's
was.
going to be in your spirit. I don't watch that, but if you want to go over there and check it out, I don't know who might be looking at watch those South Central Baddies.
That's the kind of shows they be arguing and fighting a lot. Some kind of toxic stuff.
Those shows be a whole mess. To me, they just be promoting more chaos
Exploiting black people.
And there it is. And that is the reason I don't subscribe to the soft white underbelly.
Well, he has all kinds of people.
He
on
has
his channel.
not about, I just feel like when he latches on to someone, it's really and this is not like a black or white thing for me with this channel. I feel like when he latches on to someone's story,
he's like a
I feel
dog
like
with a bone.
I feel like some point he should try to help them and steer them in the right direction. When does that happen? Once you've made all of this money off 1.25 million views, when do you begin as a human to say, let me see if this person needs some help getting out of the situation that they're in? Did you hear that little stank? Okay.
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to the software underbelly because hopefully they're going to watch this. It gets shared around enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think sometimes, and I'm not saying if he has or has not tried to help individuals, but I think sometimes when you're in that life, not only it's hard to get out, but some people don't. They don't.
I'm not saying like
don't want to.
I don't feel like he should pull them do amazing things for them or do something crazy for them. I feel like, he should offer to help them with counseling
or intervention,
especially if they have children. I feel like asserting your position at some point to this person that this is very toxic for these children. Can I help you at least in that aspect? You know what I'm saying? If nothing else, she an adult, okay, you want to keep dealing with her, fine. But once the kids start coming into it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he does. We don't know. Maybe he has some type of charity organization.
Oh,
I'm not for sure.
She has a following on social media. Her daughter said her mom is always shaming her on her channel.
Yeah, I could see that. Her mom is who said she's a grifter? I could
I
see
think that
that.
was Justin.
Yeah. She does things for she's very transactional. Hey, I'm going to show my daughter so I can get a bunch of money and views and clicks and stuff like that.
I mean, it's a thing. I mean, people do it. I mean,
That's disgusting to me. You
it is.
exploiting a
I mean,
baby.
it
Exploit
is
yourself.
very, like I said, this is going to push the generational curse further
Further, yeah.
because the 14 or 15-year-old daughter now, what is she going to do?
She gonna do the same thing. She gonna be worse than her mom.
She's going to do what she's seen.
Yeah. And matter of fact, she's already used up. Already. You turning tricks already. You only 13? That's crazy.
Which leads me to believe she was doing it way before 13.
Exactly.
That's all I'm going to say. Okay, we're moving on to what we're going to. We going Bow Wow or Diddy?
Let's go to Diddy first, then you could play Bow Wow because I think it will be a
Sure.
more shock factor.
Okay. This is your article you wanted to discuss.
Yeah.
I read a little bit of this.
Oh, you seen it?
No, I just, was perusing it when you sent it this morning.
Okay.
Let's get into the title. Sean Diddy Combs accused of sexually assaulting minor, multiple rapes in new civil suit cases. Let me just preface this because I don't know if you wanted to do it, but I will.
Okay.
These are the cases that the press conference, I forgot that man's name, that law group said would be coming.
Tony Busby.
So these are, there was what, how many?
120.
No, just right now. I think it was 4. It says 2 Jane Does. Oh, it's 6. 2 Jane Does and 4 John Does filed civil lawsuits against Combs in New York on Monday, marking the first accusers of 120 alleged victims with claims against Combs, which Texas-based lawyer Tony Busby announced earlier this month. And so it says the cases include alleged incidents from 1995, through 2021, including the alleged sexual assault of a minor and multiple allegations of rape. Several assaults are alleged to have occurred at the infamous parties that Combs became known for throughout his 3 decades in the music industry. So 2 Jane Does. And I just saw a recent article, I think it was yesterday, that said Combs filed, him and his lawyers filed for the names of the accusers to be revealed in court.
Now this is the ones that recently filed. We're talking about this case.
Like he's asking that anybody that files against him, that their name be revealed, so they won't be able to be called Jane Doe or John Doe.
I think they're going to deny that.
I believe that it's a possibility if these people are adults that they will let it fly, that they will let the accuser be named. But I feel like if they are a minor, that won't happen because they protect, minors at all costs. So,
only reason why I say they might deny that or will deny that is only because Diddy, he has the history of like intimidating witnesses and people.
right.
So
Right.
that's the only
But yeah,
reason why I
mean,
think they might deny that.
he have a history, but also it's not that he don't have rights. He have rights too. And I'm not, I'm not making a judgment either way. I'm just saying we have to start looking at things as a judge and in a
Judge.
court of law. He has rights as well, and his lawyers will make sure that those rights. But I feel like what they're doing, what the lawyers are doing with this tactic, is seeing who's going to back down because they don't want their name revealed. See what I'm saying? Because if he wins, then that means they'll have to refile with their legal name. So now what they're going to see is who is afraid.
And I let me
It's a tactic.
digress. I digress because I do agree with you on this point because this is a civil suit. And yes, Sean Combs, even though we might not like him or might not agree with him and think he did it, he does have the right to know the name of his accuser. You're trying to get money out of me. You could at least tell me your name. How can I have a defense if I don't know your name?
Yeah, and it'll be very hard to form a defense if he doesn't know or remember.
Yeah.
Because he's had so many incidents allegedly. Then it'll be hard for him to remember, and he may end up having to settle the case because of it. You see what I'm saying? So he's trying to, for me, it's a scare tactic, one, without him doing anything, without them saying that he's doing something to the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then two, it's also, a way for him to be able to form a defense. It's going to be a way for the lawyers to begin to get an investigator on the people who are filing.
Yeah, you can't
As a defense
investigate
attorney,
nobody you don't know.
well, as a defense attorney, I'm looking for any reasonable doubt on why they should not rule in your favor.
Well, in civil court, you don't even need reasonable doubt.
I mean, you don't, but at the same time, let's be real here. If he loses in civil court, that's definitely going to damage this criminal case.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's looking for a way to discredit the accusers to make his maybe criminal case stronger too. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a twofold thing to me.
Now, let me see in this article. Did they? Justin Thompson says, I hope everyone is taking a polygraph test that are making any of these claims just to be safe from any of these cases damaging other cases. Yeah, I think I mentioned this yesterday.
Now, Justin, this is what I want to say about these polygraph tests. I feel like they're not 100%. People do beat them. I feel like anybody that's making these accusations need to have police reports and affidavits from witnesses because perjury is prosecutable.
I don't think that's gonna make a difference they found Donald Trump liable for Jean Carroll I think she claimed it was 1985. She didn't have any of that.
Let's be real, Chawanne. She just didn't walk into the courtroom and say he did this and didn't have no evidence against the man.
Have you followed the case? They didn't have any of that.
So how did she?
These are civil cases.
This is the thing that blows my mind about you is that nobody has any evidence against Trump, but they be winning. Like court don't go like that.
Did you? Okay, so why? Listen. Okay, you're saying that the guy that was killed, what's the guy's name? And they're saying, oh, he was wrongly convicted. And they executed him, and they sent out the Innocence Project sent out a notice trying to get his execution stay. I think it was in Missouri. The black man.
I don't know the case.
You guys put in the chat. What's the black man that just was executed? I think in Missouri, and the Innocent Project took his case up. They said they had new evidence to, I guess, to say he wasn't the person.
But there's evidence presented either way. Evidence going to be presented.
You're
at both court cases.
What I'm getting at, you're saying no one's ever been wrongfully convicted.
No, I didn't. You always saying something that I didn't say. I be wondering, do I be speaking English? Y'all getting these comments.
You don't speak English.
Speaking English.
You don't. You're not speaking English.
It's Marcellus Williams. Thank you.
Marcellus Williams. You're saying that they didn't have Jean E. Carroll got her lawsuit. She won her lawsuit, and I said no, they didn't have evidence, and that's why I said they don't need really evidence. In civil cases, you don't need evidence.
Okay, well, what do you?
You're just saying this person is liable for these things happening to me.
Okay, and what things are happening to you? You have to
whatever you're claiming. This person is liable for that thing happening to me.
Is that not evidence? So if you have evidence that these things are happening to you, and you're saying that they're because of this person or something that this person said, and you have evidence or papers or receipts to prove that that's evidence.
It's Jean E. Carroll said, I worked at such and such. I think she was at Bergdorf or whatever. She was a sales rep at Bergdorf back in the 80s. And she said Trump went into this room and assaulted her while they were standing up. Okay. That was her whole case.
Okay.
Trump tried to present a case saying, no, this woman's been stalking me. They didn't allow him to present that evidence.
Why?
But because of the system. This is what I'm saying. How you sound like, oh, they don't ever do it to people. People never get wrongly convicted. And they're black. Black people been wrongly convicted for the longest.
You're saying that.
For the longest, you're saying, oh, why wouldn't they do that?
Like Trump, there has to be. We can't just be sitting in court and I just tell the judge something and he tell the judge something and then he go rule. That's what I'm asking.
Has she never heard of corruption? This is what I'm saying.
You go from one thing to the next. You gonna answer my questions or you not?
Has she never heard of corruption? Thank you, Roman. Have you never heard of corruption?
No question. The burden of proof is on the civil. It's on the person who filed. Okay? Right? I'm asking you, do you go into court for a civil case and you say, let's say you make an accusation against me. I come back and I say, no, I didn't. Is that what the judge is ruling on? I'm asking a question.
No, all you got to do, all your defense has to lay out, like, tell a story that, yeah, this is partially believable. That's all. So that's all they have to do.
Job and you mad?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you're trying to say, oh, they need to have police report and all that stuff. No.
I ain't said
no. You just said. Let's rewind it. You just said they need to have police report and medical examinations. No, they don't.
I feel like for me, they need to have that.
So they don't need none of that stuff. They just could just walk in the court and make these claims.
Say this again,
and they could make the claims, lay out a story, and you're
saying thank you Shanita Chawanne, I love you. You are taking super out of context. Thank you, because all I did was ask questions and I said, and this was for anything, so we're just going into court for a civil case. I'm gonna make an accusation against you and I'm gonna tell a story to the judge. You gonna come back and tell your story, and that's what the judge is ruling on.
That's basically what it is. That's basically what it is.
So we're not presenting anything. We're not saying,
if you have things to present to make your case more strong.
Okay, so somebody is making their case stronger if this lady that won against Trump she made her case stronger than him by presenting whatever she presented. The judge felt like whatever she presented was stronger.
That's why Roman said you never heard of corruption before. That's what that point was
Absolutely have heard
about.
of corruption.
You're acting like it doesn't exist. Like,
I'm
oh,
asking
Trump is
how.
like a third eye.
How, when I'm asking a question?
How would it be corrupt?
And how would it? No, I asked the question. Did he present anything? Did he present anything to rebut what she said?
He was not. This is why I was trying to tell you he was not allowed to present some of the evidence that he had.
I'm confused as to why. How
have you not heard of corruption? You know how so many people hate Trump.
Please, I'm not.
So you're just saying no. You're not just saying.
I'm not going to go to court and allow my lawyer to sit there and not forcibly put something on the record.
You can't forcibly put anything on the record if the judge rules against you. That's why they have higher courts.
Justin, I understand this. What I'm asking you is, when you're presenting your case in a civil matter, okay? If I want she just said it, if I want my case to be stronger, I'm going to come with receipts to be able to show the people. Okay, so that's why I said what I said in these civil cases. For me, I'm not saying for nobody else. For me, if I'm going to rule, or if I'm on a jury, if I'm going to make a decision in favor of the plaintiff, this is what they would have to have for me. Are we clear now?
Okay. Sean Diddy Combs, on this instance, he's going to get hung just like Trump, just like any other famous person. Because we already talked about this, super producer. Since everybody knows these cases.
You saying my name not going to change my opinion. I said what I said.
I'm not trying to change your opinion. He's going to be hung only because everybody knows these cases. It doesn't matter what they produce in the court of law. It doesn't matter what they produce. He's already guilty. He's guilty by public opinion.
Oh, now you seeing what I said at the very beginning, that I said that he was already going to be guilty in the court of public opinion. That's when I asked the question.
That's what the civil cases. That's what I'm talking about on the
for
civil
both cases. For me, for both cases, because you're going to be far and few between to be able to find someone, unless you're going overseas, to find someone who does not know Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Well, but then he can say, hey, I don't want to be judged by the jury of my peers. You know, he could also say, I want to have just the judge rule.
He can.
You know, but then
he will be taking a huge risk.
This is where the corruption lies within this case. Corruption, because we cannot say, since Diddy's been operating for 30-something years, he probably has people paid off. Or if you go with the conspiracy theories that I've been watching, Diddy sued one of the makers for his that brand deal he had. I think it was Ciroc. Whoever makes Ciroc, he sued them. He said they owed him like $2 billion.
And 50 Cent said this probably was another reason why he got exposed. Because he did that.
So, hey, I'm going to strip you of everything, whether or not Diddy is guilty or not. I'm going to strip you of everything. So this is why I'm saying, hey, we can't just say, oh, we're presenting the evidence and they're going to lay it out and it's just going to be fair. No, it's not going to be fair. Like I said, whether he's guilty or not, he's probably they're still going to make an example out of him. Nigga, step in line. How dare you go against, we paying you all this money. How dare you try to sue us? And we
Well, I'm gonna
made
tell
you.
you like this: life is not fair. When you step into these arenas, you better have a clear exit plan when you want to exit. If you don't, you better be willing to deal with the shitstorm that's gonna come behind you not having an exit plan.
I wouldn't
That's for
say
anybody.
I wouldn't say it like that. I would just say if you trying to sue somebody, you better make sure your skeletons are, you don't have any skeletons in your closet.
Like
You
I
know.
said, if you enter these arenas playing with these big, powerful people, you better have an exit plan that's bulletproof. Watch the mistakes of these other people and learn. You better have an exit plan. If you want to have an exit, if you want to get out and you want to start doing things on your own and being on your own and creating, you better have an exit plan. And it better be stronger than what they can have. Okay. Justin said the appeals court is an exit plan. It definitely is an exit plan. There have been lots of judges that have really been doing a lot of different rulings lately, as of late. There's even one judge that overturned a law that his mama put into place. So he definitely have a chance in the Court of Appeals. So, I mean, I feel like if you run in these arenas and you're doing things that could possibly be considered criminal, I mean, you're going to get what you're going to get. Like I said, if you don't have an exit plan, you
Well,
definitely going to get what you're going to get.
Diddy,
I'm not going to cry for you.
his ex's plan was in the body bag, because you can't be as high powered of an individual as him and get to those and get so arrogant, and then you have all these skeletons in your closet. What's his name? Dave Chappelle, he was able to get out, right?
But he had a bulletproof exit plan.
Yeah,
And
but
he
he
executed it.
he wasn't having sex with little girls
No,
and
he
little
was not.
boys.
No, he was not. But that doesn't mean we just talked about corruption. So you never heard of corruption? So somebody couldn't have came out with a fake story about him because they
They
do.
did. They did try to say he's mentally ill.
Okay. But he had an exit plan and he executed it
No,
flawlessly.
see, we're thinking about two different exit, I guess, strategies.
And we are.
Puff Daddy is a criminal. He's a drug addict. He's a criminal.
And nobody was saying, I don't feel like he was trying to exit. What I feel like he was trying to do was trying to elevate.
He was trying to get his own liquor and all that stuff.
I feel like he was trying to elevate in a system that doesn't allow you to self-elevate.
No, they don't.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like that's what he was trying to do within the system that he was working in. And that, to me, was not a smart exit plan if he was trying to exit. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't smart to me.
His protection, reason why he was protection or was allowed to do the stuff that he was allowed to do is because of the system that he worked in, that he operated in. Now, if it could have been some random person that, hey, I'm at a high level in this world and I'm exiting out, just like I guess Ice Cube is one of them.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre is another one.
I mean, not that Dr. Dre has been unscathed. I don't feel like either one of them got out totally unscathed, but very minimal.
They tried to blackball Ice Cube.
Yeah, Dr. Dre with this last divorce that he went through. I mean, all kinds of little things. And still little things are coming out. I just saw something yesterday that was
They said
Insane.
he was abusive and stuff, right?
No, we knew that with Miss Chalet. But
Okay.
somebody allegedly tried to claim that this last wife he had was transgendered.
I thought she had kids, but
That's what I'm just telling you what is
okay.
coming out. I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not going either way with that. I'm just telling you what the headline was. I didn't read the whole
Okay.
story, but they were putting up pictures of his ex-wife and this man that they say it is.
Oh, okay. So
Allegedly,
making
and showing
comparison.
you how and what. And so that's why I say, got a little singed, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like they, this is full blown Diddy stuff is not happening to them because
Right.
because of the exit plan that they enacted.
Okay.
And Ice Cube, even though I feel like he's saying they blackball him, he's still able to move around. He's still making money. He's got the big 3 basketball.
But they blackballing him on that too because the NBA is saying they have ownership or owner rights to having a basketball team in the US.
Child.
Sounds
He'll find
ridiculous.
if he have a good lawyer, he'll find a way around there. I'm already thinking
Well,
of one.
I think he was trying to work with them but they was like,
I
no,
think
we
what
don't want
he
to work
wanted
with
to
you.
do was work with them in the sense of when basketball is on a break, back the big 3.
Big
so
3
that,
would be
they could people could continue enjoying basketball because I really enjoy basketball year round, but their season ends. So what he was trying to do is work with them to get them to send their like D-League players and all of that to the big 3
and
and
they
become
still
a
be able to make
sponsor.
money and all
Yeah, but
that.
become a sponsor and he work with them in conjunction. It's like shit, they profit sharing money.
Mm-hmm.
But they work with him in getting players for the different teams and some of the funding because I've been to a big 3 basketball game. It's
good.
fun. It is awesome. It's an awesome family atmosphere. It's an awesome still on a competitive level as far as the NBA. So I don't know if that's a blackballing thing or it's just the NBA trying to monopolize on basketball, which I think is insane in the first place because you have arena football and NFL ain't bothering them. You see what I'm saying? Like you have all of these other football options and the NFL ain't like, oh, we should be the only one to show football. That's crazy. In some ways you guys start thinking business wise. Would this benefit us? How? I don't know that Ice Cube has really presented it in a way, because we have a way of presenting things that don't that seem more aggressive than they do.
I think actually Ice Cube, I think he's a great businessman.
No, I'm not doubting his business acumen. I'm talking about his presentation or who presented, because you still have to be business. If you want to have the NBA partner with you, you still need to call and make an appointment. You still need, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't just get an appointment because you Ice Cube. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna have to humble yourself.
You're just
as
making
well.
assumptions how this went down.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Are you making assumptions? Ice Cube came in like, yo, this is NWA. I'm trying to present these big 3.
Listen,
he came in with a Glock like
now you going
sign his contract, fool.
This is what you do when I start talking intelligent. Fix it, Jesus.
No, you making these assumptions like Ice Cube is ghetto or something.
I didn't assume that you did. What I said
what are you
was
trying to say about Ice Cube now?
What I said was he can't go in like he's Ice Cube. He has to go in like he's a business man.
Well, he don't go by Ice Cube, really.
But do you understand what I'm saying? He would take the connotation, no matter what his real name is. He would be like, I'm Ice Cube. Everybody knows me. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think you don't follow Ice Cube. He don't act like that.
I do follow Ice Cube. But
he don't be like, I'm Ice Cube.
No.
What about me, fool?
Talking about business. When you're talking about business and it's a business you already making money from,
okay,
you don't feel like I should not be seen. You see what I'm saying? You don't feel like you should follow the steps that everybody else has to follow, is what I'm getting at. When he absolutely should for humble purposes, follow the steps that everybody else follows.
I agree with that, but I don't. I don't. If you have a proven business
Girl, we know you're
strategy,
bipolar anyway, so go ahead.
what you say?
We know you're bipolar anyway, so go ahead, because you agree, but you don't.
Because I'm going to break it down to you.
Mm.
If I have a proven strategy, a proven business strategy that makes money, and I come to you, hey, you want to invest in my business, you already know I'm very successful in movies, movie productions, other businesses. My portfolio speaks for itself. So yeah, I'm going to come in. I'm not going to come in with my head hung down.
Nobody asked you to do that, but let's be clear.
Look,
You're
I'm
coming
going
in
to
with a
come
business.
in because I'm already a millionaire. I belong at the table.
You're coming in.
I
with
belong
the
at the
business.
table.
You're coming in with the business that makes money for you. If I am
And
the one that
them.
has the most money at the table, you're going to need to tell me why your little bit of money going to benefit me.
Oh, no.
This is
This is not how, when you invest in the business, you're thinking of, okay, this guy has a proven strategy. He's made X amount of return on this strategy. I'm not going to be like, oh, your
That's not
little
what you
money.
said.
I'm
You
going to think
said that
like,
he should be
oh,
able to come to the table.
this big idea, this could be a big idea. And I could see how my injection of cash could take this business
If I'm
off.
worth $1 billion and you're worth $1 million, you're going to have to tell me why your $1 million idea is going to benefit me. Because at the end of the day, I need to be making a return on my investment. If you want me to invest,
Okay.
right, and help
Mhm.
you take your business or your idea or your already making money business to the next level, and I'm at $1 billion and you're at $1 million, you're going to need to tell me how that's going to benefit me as well. That's what you're going to have to tell me.
You're saying if a person, if I come to you and I want you to invest in my company, just because this company is valued at $1 million, is that what you're saying? Okay,
No,
I
that
do
was just
agree. You need to
no,
explain
that was
to.
just a number, and
Okay.
I'm just saying the NBA has the bigger table. Now, granted, you have a table. It's made out of marble. It's a good, heavy, sturdy table. But the NBA is coming with some concrete. They coming with a bigger table. On top of your marble table, they bigger marble table boom, can crush your table at any point in time. I'm just saying, let's put things in proper perspective. Yes, you're respected in your own right, but when it comes to this has been their business. So you just need to make sure that presentation, is going to make sense in their favor and not necessarily yours. It's what you do in business. You know this.
I know what you do in business, but I think you make an assumption this is what you're thinking, how that played out.
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying this is the strategy. The strategy that I would enact is I would follow the steps that everybody else follows and not try to use the fact that I'm Ice Cube or that I already make money by this business. I would just try to follow the steps that everyone else follows.
But nobody's done what Ice Cube's done. Has anybody ever came to the NBA?
What does that have to do with you getting a meeting?
Exactly.
Even if I had a product that nobody else has, I still need to set meetings with people accordingly. So
how do you
I'm
get
not
to
gonna call
those?
up and say, "Hey, I got this thing that nobody else have." And I want to come at 1:00 on tomorrow.
What's your name?
Please.
What's your name?
They're gonna be like, we don't have anything for 1:00 tomorrow. We have next month.
No, they're not. No,
Tuesday.
they're not. They're gonna
Yes,
say,
they are.
"What's your name?" And if they don't know your name, okay, we'll call you. It's your
Child,
name.
we're
Your
gonna
name
tell
gets you to the
regardless.
table.
Tuesday. That's if his name get him to the table. But what I'm saying is, why? Why would you use that? You should just use that you have a good business plan, follow the steps. If they reject you once you get there, that's gonna be their loss.
I think you're I know what you're saying. Like Ice Cube is one of us, but he's not.
Well,
He's not.
I feel like he is because they're not helping him.
They don't need
And
to help him.
They'll show you where you are.
I don't think they need to help him. I think he just wanted to make it better. But you see he's still moving forward without them.
Well, no,
Matter of fact,
helping. He's even said that because it's expensive.
Well, that's why he's selling the teams.
That he even asked for some of the basketball players, to invest as well. Which some of them did, but a lot of them listen to other people and they start, how they do the restaurants. They start doing restaurants and music and all these other things that don't. When I feel like the basketball players should have just stepped up, and boy, if all the players from all these teams invest $1 million
listen,
in his league, he don't even need the NBA.
He don't need the NBA. See, he after the NBA happened, right? They rejected him. Ice Cube or O'Shea Jackson went to investors. He already has 4 or 6 teams or 8 teams that people own. So, like, say for instance, if you want to buy a team and they're charging, I don't know, $10 million. I'm just making up a number. He does have people that actually owns the teams now,
which is great. But I
so
feel
it's like
he missed the opportunity to work with the NBA. I think that would have been a great collaboration.
I think you're making that assumption that he missed the opportunity.
You just they said no. They rejected him.
It's not a missed opportunity. They rejected him. So it's
I think they rejected him because of the way that it was presented, maybe. And that's my opinion.
Yeah, that's an assumption. I think
that is NBA, my opinion, and which is what assumptions are. Opinions.
Yeah, that's an assumption that you think the NBA was like, oh, I didn't like the way he presented it. No, I think they were just being haters.
We are going to agree to disagree. I said what I said.
For some reason, I don't think you like black men.
Why would I not like
you don't like black men?
Why would I not like black men?
Why are you hating on O'Shea Jackson?
That is insane. That is insane when you are the Trumper. Girl, that's insane.
I'm married to a black man. What are you talking about?
This is the last topic we have for today. And it is Bow Wow. Bow Wow. This is Entertainment Tonight for YouTube. Q, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Insane to say. Okay. Insane. Thank you. Look at all these people. Thank you.
Wait, what?
So Bow Wow says that he is distraught that there are no more Diddy parties, that the industry is definitely missing Diddy parties. He goes on to say that Diddy is the gatekeeper. Child.
Gatekeeper of the parties?
Girl, I'm going to play this. With friends like this, Diddy do not need enemies. I mean, 50 Cent already one of his enemies. He don't need any more.
Like BT Award Weekend, it didn't, like the past 2, they just didn't feel right. Because there was no motion, there was no parties. There was nowhere to go.
Bow Wow stirring controversy over Diddy's arrest after complaining about the lack of parties.
Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs.
Let's be very specific between parties and freak-offs.
No, he was just such a gatekeeper from the liquor in the clubs, he was everything hip-hop.
It just shows that we're in a different era, different time.
Yeah, it's different times for the disgraced media mogul who's officially spent a month behind bars. Diddy planning to fight his sex trafficking and racketeering charges, plus the ever-growing allegations associated with the so-called freak-offs.
I think it's a very, very messed up situation. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like it's crazy. There's no parties. Every year Dude had the and you feel it. It's like a hole.
Cut to Bow Wow being taken to task on social media after asking, "Where's the party?" on More to the Story.
Absolutely not. Do not get up there and say it's like a hole. You know what?
It's like a hole.
Okay.
You got
Online critics firing off. Bow Wow is tone deaf.
Oh my
He should
God!
have
Wait a
been
minute.
disgusted by.
Let's go back. Absolutely not. Let me see.
Bow Wow. Where's the party on More to the Story? Online critics
wait a minute.
firing off. Bow Wow to Bow Wow being taken to task on social media after asking, "Where's the party?" on More to the Story. Online critics firing off. Bow Wow is tone deaf. He should have been disgusted by Diddy and joking the like you sing.
Let me see.
All right. Every year, dude had the and you feel it. It's like a hole.
Cut to Bow Wow being taken.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't you get
I
up
think
here and say
they cut him
it's
off.
like a hole. Okay. Okay. Absolutely not. Don't you say that. Don't you say that at all.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
These were the reactions to people to him
having freak off withdrawals.
I'm talking about him as the artist, the person, right? How monumental and how important he was to the culture. It's sad and it's messed up that, we gotta witness this in this time.
The same day this interview dropped.
You guys have any comment going into court?
Diddy's kids stepped out to support dad in court.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent.
A source tells ET Diddy being in jail has been a scary situation, and he's hoping for any alternative to being in a jail cell.
For me, thinking on it, bruh, supposed to be on a 250-foot yacht. And I think a lot of us probably never thought that we would see this. But for me, it's like, it's just unreal. I would never thought that we would see him in this position, ever.
He should have shut his mouth.
Are you
on this
looking?
interview.
Yeah.
This interview was horrible.
You gotta go see the whole thing. The whole thing is so messy.
Why would he even say something like this?
He cracked me up. I said, absolutely not. Don't you speak about me ever again. That's what I would. That's what I would say.
You're not doing me any favors. Shut the hell up.
Don't you speak for me or against me.
Oh, against me.
Right.
Or aside me.
Don't you talk about me.
Somebody's like a hole.
Okay, I was like, absolutely not. It's not like a hole. What? I said, oh no. Hold on. You talk. I gotta take this call. I'm doing one of your numbers.
Well, yeah, that was real interesting. That was it. Real interesting. Diddy, I guess he does have people that's for him. Actually, if you really think about it, Bow Wow is probably the only one that's actually have came out saying he's regretting that Diddy is in jail. I mean, you guys put in the chat, have you heard any other person come out like, oh yeah, this is a shame that Sean Combs is in jail? You know what? I don't have nothing to say about this interview. This interview was horrible. He shouldn't have even came out on this.
Yo, that's my bro. That was my big bro checking in, talking about something. You on live? Oh yeah. Good. But yeah, I mean, oh my God. The absolutely don't you ever speak for me in court, out of court, on the basketball court, the volleyball court,
anything, any type of court.
Ends in court. Don't you say my name at all.
Now, I was asking the audience, have you heard anyone else come out and say, oh, it's a shame that Diddy's arrested? Or
nobody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Why would he
mean,
say that?
nobody really speaking, I think, on specifically on this because I feel like this is my opinion again. My assumption. Again. If you come out and say something in support of Diddy, you are
incriminating,
denouncing the victims. And who wants to be seen as a person that does that? So this is very tricky. You know what I'm saying? It's very tricky to come out and be in support of Diddy, and then it's gonna look like you're discounting the
accusers.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I would say you're kind of like, okay, maybe we should be looking into this person too.
Right. I'm gonna say this. I have so much stuff going on in the background. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say this. Jaguar, our girl, was on 5150 last night. Did you see her on Corey
No,
Holcomb?
I didn't.
And I got in the comments because people were talking about, oh, you're gonna have that liar on the show.
Why would they call her a liar though?
Girl, I got in them comments and I said not too heavy on Jaguar because ain't nobody filed a lawsuit against her.
You are correct.
Who gonna check her? Cause ain't not too heavy on Jaguar now.
Don't you find
ain't nobody filed a lawsuit against her?
But don't you find it odd that nobody's filed a lawsuit against her, but as soon as she got on Piers Morgan, they threatened to sue Piers Morgan?
First of all, just Piers Morgan.
Just
Jaguar was not mentioned.
Jaguar wasn't mentioned
at all. Y'all better be taking notes of these things that's happening. So
that means she gets something in her toolbox.
She got on her Corey Holcomb show and he said, now be careful. She said, oh yeah, I gotta be careful because I make lawyers speak up to other people, not to me. I went back in the comments. I said what I said again. Not too heavy on Jaguar because ain't nobody filing no lawsuits on her. Huh? You hear me? Huh? Oh, okay. Just make sure not too heavy on Jaguar.
Was she in the audience or was she online?
No, she was actually physically on stage. She was not like, she wasn't somewhere else. She was on stage with all of them, sitting there, talking. I'm going to go back and watch the whole thing tonight because I fell asleep because, he comes on really late. The 5150 show comes on really late.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm going to go back and watch it. I'll send it to you.
But, I found it.
I found it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was sitting up there and she was like, yeah. So, and then she started saying, how do I say this? Because people be getting upset. Which cracked me up. But yeah. Y'all just keep a track on that. Nobody, and I said nobody, has still filed a lawsuit against her yet. Even though that lawyer got on Piers Morgan's show and said she was afraid for Jaguar at the statements that she was making, right? Yeah. As a lawyer, still nobody, crickets. But it's letters going out to Piers Morgan. Keep your eye. Let's stay focused.
Yeah, I think she has some evidence in her toolbox, and they afraid whatever she knows or whatever she has, they are afraid of her. So.
Well, yeah. That's all I have. Oh, yo super. Sup, niggas. I love that. Oh my God, I love this. How about that? All these sex parties just to forge careers for the fresh beat. Anyways, you females are just as bad too, yo. This is so funny. We get trolls. I love this. Yo-yos, sup niggas. That's a great name. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's a great name. It's a great handle. Perverts love crypto. Can't trace funds. Perfect for traffickers. Biden never had codes. Read about ultimatum. You on the wrong show. You need to go over to Chawanne's page. That stuff she be dealing with over there.
Thank you, Timothy, for your comment.
I said what I said, Timothy. That stuff she be dealing with over there. I'm not going to deal with the nonsense over here.
It ain't nonsense.
But anywho.
You stay woke. Stay woke, my sister. Your eyes must be wide open.
Absolutely not. Here you go with the shucking and jiving.
Stay woke, my
You always
sister.
know it's the end of the show
Because
when
if you sleep, you not woke.
Okay.
Bars. Your
Y'all,
eyes can't be open.
if you haven't liked, shared,
if they're
subscribed to this
closed.
channel, please. This is Chawanne Burns.
You're just gonna ignore that bar.
Unpopular opinion.
Your eyes can't
Okay?
be open
Unpopular
if they
opinion.
close.
Right
Bars.
here. He also has a platform called Chawanne Burns. I am all in the queue. If you look under super producer, I am all in the queue. Please go over there, like, share, and subscribe. And listen.
Oh, you gotta tell them about Friday.
Oh, y'all, Friday.
We turning it
I
up.
have some business to attend to, so we won't be on in the morning.
We didn't need to give them all that information. Just say we're turning it up on Friday at night.
Absolutely not, because this girl probably gonna be sleeping in the middle of the show. Y'all know she go to bed at 6 o'clock.
I go to bed at like 10.
Okay, she go to bed super early. The 10 is not a real time. It's more like 8 o'clock. I don't know why she told that lie.
I go to bed at 10
now,
o'clock.
That right there looks like was a lie.
8:10. That is.
She go to bed at 8 o'clock. That looks like right there was a lie. Okay. So we're gonna turn up on Friday night. Y'all are gonna have a special edition.
Special
of
edition.
Unpopular Opinion. The runaround on Friday night.
And we're gonna invite yo sup niggas to the channel.
Okay. If you dare.
If you dare.
Okay. We gonna be lit.
Thanks.
Because Friday night, absolutely demon time for me. So
That demon time.
Okay. It's
No, I gotta clench my pearls. I don't do no demon time.
But you put eggs in the booty hole. Make it make sense.
Oh my goodness.
That makes sense to me. Now, don't owe your goodness when you was the one that said it on the channel. When I dropped this greatest hits video, y'all gonna see that she was the one that mentioned it, and I was clutching my pearls. I said, "Oh, absolutely not." Great show as usual, ladies. Chawanne Smooches, I watch you too, especially your TIFF shows. People give her
a review. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you can give her
Shanita.
one. I'll let you give her one.
Thank you, Shanita.
Is there going to
Love
be
you.
drinking involved? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm
And
just
I'll
going.
let you
I'm
know
on
what
a
I'm drinking.
sabbatical, so I'll just be
Chawanne
having
be
water.
drinking every day. That little teacup. She couldn't even find it this morning and asked me where was her teacup. I said, "Ma'am, you in Detroit. I'm in Chicago. Let me know. How would I know where your teacup at?"
And it's actually tea.
And
in
I
there.
told y'all that there was a little bit more than tea in there.
Organic.
That's why she be getting so unhinged
Organic.
about my opinion. That's
No,
why. That look up.
I'm unhinged always because I stay ready.
Little stinky lit.
You
Little stinky
need
lit.
somebody like me in your corner because I'm ready at all times. What you want to do? What you want to do? 1, 2,
Absolutely
check.
not.
Check.
This is a bow wow. I would never call. I would never. I would never. Toy Mafia, where you been? I asked
Toy
you
Mafia, we sent out an APB out on you. What is-
Looks like I was looking for you. Okay.
She
Love you
said,
guys.
"Yo, Obama is on the sausage watch."
Toy Mafia, this what you do? You love to come in and ruin a wet dream. I know that's right. Let me turn this music out. First of all, let me play Norman again, and then I'm gonna turn the music out.
Be fucking up my walls. I'm living my life and I'm home. Living my life and I'm home. Yeah. Living my life and I'm home. Living my life and I'm home. That's not That's how my
Give it to him, Norman. Give
it. He all loud on that one.
I'm living a single life, and don't nobody want me. And so if don't nobody put in for me before it's time, I'm gonna be living my life like I'm hoeing.
Stop it. Stop it.
Living my life like I'm hoeing.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. Okay.
Hey, he said that hey, all hard and shit.
Check that up. But yeah, Norman, that's my dude. Listen,
Norman, boy.
Y'all gonna hear a lot more from him because he is hilarious.
Hilarious.
You don't subscribe to him, go run.